Elessa, and today I'm going to talk about IMATS Pasadena for 2014. I know that the weekend tickets and the Saturday tickets are sold out. Last I checked, Sunday is still available, so hopefully you guys can pick that up. Today I'm going to do a video about tips and tricks and things that you should know about IMATS. So I've been going for about 7 years, working for 6 years at IMATS. Though this year is going to be my 8th year. So I've been there since it was puny tiny to like insane Disneyland. So I'm gonna give you 10 tips and tricks on how to enjoy your experience at IMATS. And then later I'm gonna do like things that I suggest, things that I totally think you should have, and all of that. So the first video for IMATS 2014 is this one right here. Okay, so I wrote them down. I actually posted on Facebook. It was kind of like my notes, so it may be all jumbled up. It's so freaking hard to type on an iPad, but I did it. So the first thing is you should arrive early. If you're coming on Saturday, I swear to you, people will make a line at like 6:30 and it doesn't open until 8:30. Now it may sound crazy, but you get parking, you get to go in there, and you get to pick up your ticket. Like everything is done before you go inside when they open at 8:30, because they let a couple of people in and then another amount of people. Like it's not just rushing like a Black Friday thing. So I recommend going early because then you can actually get products that you want. You can kind of look around a little bit, but around, oh my gosh. So they open at 8:30. It gets pretty crazy at 9:30, like poof, like Disneyland. I'm gonna describe it as like Disneyland, and I'm gonna try to find some pictures of last year because I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many people. So get there early as possible. And parking is across the street at the mall. It's like Colorado something. I don't know if that's the actual street, but you can park at the mall, and then there's also parking at the hotel. It's pretty self-explanatory, but you want to make sure that you get a parking spot and you're like settled and ready. The next thing is to map out your favorite places and spots. This year, all of the vendors, like the booths are like sold out. Like it's jam-packed with people that we absolutely love to shop with. So I recommend going over the list at home before you get there, because you may get there, you may get overwhelmed, you may like go down an aisle and then miss another aisle. By the way, I'm like on the far left. So you walk in and you go all the way, and I'm against the back wall. So hopefully you guys can find me, 1112. I'm gonna plug it in this whole time. Anyway, so make sure you like write down all the places that you wanna go to, and even like literally map it out, because what happens is it gets really crazy. Say you wanna go to like your favorite places like Sugar Pill or OCC or Violet Voss or like Glitter or like, I have no idea, Make It Forever is like towards the back. NYX is like humongous and a half. So you just kind of want to map out the places that you really want to go to, and then be prepared to make a lot of lines. So another thing is that you want to map out the vendors that you absolutely love. Maybe you want to go to, I have no idea, Beauty So Clean, and you absolutely have to get that spray and you're worried they're going to run out. Chances are they're probably going to run out. So you want to go quick and you want to make sure you get it. I don't want to alarm you guys or anything like that, but a lot of vendors aren't going to be able to stock. Some are from Canada, some are from New York, some are from Florida, and they don't have warehouses here where they can just like go and get some more stuff for Sunday. So, I mean, you can ask them how many they have kind of thing, or just buy it because things run out. When we were in New York, our Violet Secret Weapon, our glitter adhesive, sold out at 12 on Saturday. And we had tons, like thousands. It was just crazy. But by 12 o'clock on Saturday, it was gone, and we can't make anymore, can't bring anymore, can't order anymore from the manufacturer. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're shopping. The next thing is, I know it's kind of silly, I even wrote like, don't roll your eyes at me, but bring a camera that's fully charged, because I've seen it where girls want to take a picture of something, you know, video, and then their battery runs out. And you're like, oh no, and I don't know if they let you charge. I'm sure all the outlets will be filled with people walking around and like plugging their stuff in. So just be prepared, have your camera ready, you know, test it, bring your memory stick, bring your charger, all of those electronics, because it's very important if you're there for like pictures and experience. The next thing that I think is important that some people don't understand is to bring cash and credit cards. The reason for that is that some vendors are like from Canada, and maybe they have a system that won't allow them to use it in the States, and they won't know until they're here because it's like the first time or something like that. So always bring cash and card. Also, you may want to bring cash because sometimes, since it's a busy building, everyone's on Wi-Fi, they're all on their phones, and they can't run credit cards, and it's really slow because everyone's using it. So that's why they're like, oh, well, if you have cash, it's easier, an easier transaction, and you're in and out, and you're ready to go to the next booth. So just keep that in mind. Also, there's some vendors who write down credit cards. Just be very careful with that, you know, make sure it's secure, make sure that they're like, I don't know, imprinting it like old school, who knows. But just make sure that it's safe, because I've heard in the past that sometimes credit cards kind of trickle or whatever, and then people start using it. Because you don't know who's at these shows. There's just so many people that you just want to be very protective of your items, credit cards, everything else. And I'm only telling you that as like a concerned friend, you know, like as a, I've been there, just be careful. And I know some people don't like to be told or advised on things like that, but just kind of keep your eyes out for that, because it sucks when someone tries to take your security. Okay, anyway, the next thing is to notify your bank that you're going to be shopping at an event in Pasadena. The reason for that is because a lot of the vendors, again, are traveling. So they're coming from all over the United States, some are even international. So you'll be at one booth, ring, it'll show up as Florida, New York, Tennessee, Texas, because of where they're from. And then your bank is going to be like, okay, in the span of 15 minutes you went to 6 different states, and then they put a red flag, and then you can't shop anymore. So just kind of make sure you get that in line so you're not there trying to call and you're wasting valuable shopping and fun time. Okay, so I think that's like super important, because sometimes I'll travel to, not even travel, but I'll travel to Ontario Mills, and one time I called my bank and they were like, when are you coming back to the country? And I'm like, I'm in Ontario, California, the Mills outlet. What do you mean? I'm not in Canada. Yeah, so just kind of keep that in mind. The next thing is to make a list of your musts, your want-haves, and your needs, and your kind of wants, so that way you can go down your list and make sure that you get everything, because it's really, it really sucks when you leave and you're like, oh, why didn't I get that? Or I kind of wanted it, I forgot all about it, because it's really overwhelming. It is like a Sephora times a bajillion. You know, you're like all over, everything is show prices, it's super exciting, but you kind of want to make a list so that way you're organized, and you're at the sugar pill line and you're like, do I want Dolly Pop? Did I say Dolly Pop? Do I have it at home? I don't know. And then if you're on a budget, you don't want to buy 2 Dolly Pops, because then you're going to be stuck with 2. So just kind of keep that in mind. I know some of this is like common sense to the goer who does it a lot, but if you're new to it, I think these tips and tricks are really helpful and just like a great refresher. Another thing is to protect your belongings. Hold them, do not let go of them, do not put it on the floor, don't put it on a counter or anything like that. I've had stuff stolen, and I've seen, so when I was in Canada, there was this long line and I was at a booth, and I don't know what this girl was doing, but she was like, I guess in the line, she ran out, ran back, and her bag was missing. And so she's like, did you guys see my bag? Of course, we're not really paying attention, we don't notice, but someone can easily just kind of grab it and go. So just be very careful. When I was at IMATS, I had a bag of like all this stuff that I got. Cover FX and like my sugar pill stuff, like all kinds of stuff that I bought and got like gifts, and it was stolen. Like I literally put it on the chair, took a picture, turned around, and it was gone, and it was in a cute bag, so of course it's like, look at me, it's gonna be fun inside. So just be careful. I do not want that to happen to you guys. That is the only time I've ever had anything like stolen. And then another IMATS, the only place I've only had things stolen was at IMATS. Another time was when I had a bag in the back and it was missing. So just be very, very careful, because it's really, I don't know, it's really heartbreaking to like go have all this stuff and then someone steal it. And there's bad people, and unfortunately, like, we have to keep our guard up. So just be very careful of your stuff. Obviously, you do it on your everyday basis, but like you get all excited and you forget. Okay, the next thing is, if you see something that you like, you should buy it. I know that in the past, like my necklace right here, we try to bring as much as we can, and it usually sells out the first day. So like if you come back the next day, it may not be there. Not that like things are gonna be totally sold out on Sunday, but if there's things that you really like, you're thinking about it, to get it, because things do sell out. And I mean, vendors really can't do anything about it, because it's like we do what we can, we bring what we have, and if we don't have it, we just don't have it. And things sell out like, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. Like eyelashes, I'm like, I would like 1 pair of T-dots and I don't know, that one right there, that new one. What is that, Kardashian? Velour lash, right? And then I leave someone, and I'm like, oh, you know, these are so cute. I come back Sunday, and they're like, someone just bought 10 of those. Oh no! So I mean, these are makeup artists, these are makeup enthusiasts, like everyone is there. Makeup artists, when they go, we buy brushes by like, what, you know, 10 of these generic dupe 217 MAC please. Like, it's very different. So I just don't want you guys to go and not be able to have what you want, especially some places like My Accessories. Sometimes there's 2 of one thing, 1 of one thing. So just kind of keep in mind when you're shopping that things may run out. So you want to make sure you get what you want. Yeah, that's kind of a hard thing. Okay, so the next thing is some booths require you to make a line before you actually see the items. I think Lime Crime does that, Sugar Pill does that. So you make a line, like around their booth or however their rope is, then you get to the front and you tell them what you want. And the last thing for this video, number 10, is to drink a lot of water and wear comfy shoes. I mean, you could wear some platform comfy shoes, but it's a lot of walking and, well, I guess for me, because of the booth, it's like cement, so I'm like, oh, my back, my feet, my neck, my hair hurts, like everything just hurts. But like around the show, you got your carpet and everything like that, so just keep that in mind, that it's going to be carpeted, so if you can't walk in heels on carpet, then practice, or I have no idea, bring a pair of like flip-flops, be very comfortable, and drink a lot of water, because it's just like Disneyland. It's just so packed. You're like, and eat. I never eat at these shows because I'm so busy, and then my whole entire eating schedule is all screwed up and things like that. But those are my 10 tips. I hope it helps you guys out. I know it's a little bit longer than what I wanted, but I think these tips are really, really helpful, especially if you're a first-time person. So that's when I suggest that you either take a list with you or check it out while you're waiting in line, because you don't want to go to the front and be overwhelmed and then like miss out on something that you wanted and like, oh my god, I gotta make that line again. Just to keep that in mind. I think Makeup Forever has like a piece of paper where you write it down and then you go and you give it to them and they get it for you. So you kind of get to like touch, see, feel. But when you're at a different kind of style setup, it may be a little bit different. But I would make a list of like all the colors. I want Midori, I want 2 Dolly Pops, I want Goldilocks. Oh no, I want 2 Goldilocks because I'm going to get one for my friend. Like things like that. Just kind of remember and or write it down or something like that. Phones are great with their notepad. That way you don't have to get back in line, because I've heard some friends, oh, I had to go back in line because I really wanted it. So just be careful, make sure you make a list. I think that's super important. And then the next video will be like my must-haves, my wants, and I'm so excited because I'm going to make a list of all the things that I need. It's been a while. And the link below is for IMATS. Hopefully you can pick up your Sunday ticket. It's going to be fun. Sunday's a lot more mellow. It's usually for people who like either couldn't make it because they're makeup artists and they had to work or just something. So they're there Sunday and it's a little bit more calm. The only thing is some things run out on Saturday, but you know what? It's fun. It's a great experience. It sold out last year and it's a pretty busy, fun show. I can't wait to see you guys. I'm going to be at booth 1112. I'll be doing demos on the stage. I'm going to be selling my necklace. This is the makeup artist necklace. That's also a pin for some of you guys who don't like the big necklaces. And it's going to be fun. I can't wait to see you guys. And I guess that's it. Have a good night. Bye.